Tonight we continue the Call of the Wild Dungeons & Dragons campaign. If you're new to this campaign, don't worry because I'm about to explain everything that just happened. Where we last left off, a small village comprised of Bran, Noki, and Darian have had their village attacked by an invading society. They've decided, in vengeance, to take back the land that is rightfully theirs, slaughtering farmhouses, civilians, and even going so far as to killing the mayor of the very land in which they reside. Tonight, they must decide what to do with an enraged society that wants vengeance against them now. They must confront the allies that reside in the woods nearby, who all want to take part in their fight. So, really quick, before we even begin, just as a heads up, that little caged-in area right there, treat that as something that's separate and distant from everything else you see on the map, because that is the home tree, the big old tree right there. That's Nico's home tree.
Dude, nice tree, man.
So,
dude, it took me a long time to grow it.
Yeah. Where we last left off was you guys raided the mayor's house during a private event of his. You busted in, slaughtered a bunch of guards, and slaughtered the mayor himself. The spoils of that adventure were a few things, items, armor, special daggers, etc. But what he also came back with were his two children, oddly enough. Nico's family, who was wiped out, has now been replaced by these two newly made orphans who decided to cooperate. He rolled some very high comfort checks.
Some super high comfort checks.
And so they lovingly accepted your guardianship. You can see them right here. We have two of them. We have this one and this one. You have a boy, the taller one right there. His name is Chard. And you have the shorter one with the bow. Her name is Alana. They are about 10 and 11. Years old.
Okay, Chard.
That's a rough name.
It's a rough name. I can tell you a little bit about Chard, actually. Now that you've come to know him, you've traveled back to the home tree from the mansion. Chard is an interesting young boy. He's a hardy young fellow who, despite his kind of built appearance, is completely oblivious to, he's oblivious to everything around him. He's totally down for whatever.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's
totally till he loves Budweiser.
He's a Bud Light man. Yes. Also, you've noticed he has a crude tattoo on him that he drew himself.
Chard sounds like he's going to turn out just fine.
Yeah. Nice. So he's a very jumbled up kid.
To lead him.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're the son of a mayor and taken by barbarians. He's all mixed up. And then also you have Alana. A little bit about her. She's got a really funny looking nose. That's the first thing everyone sees. But just like her brother, she's kind of built. You know, she's stocky. She's not oblivious like a Chard is, but she's pretty dumb. However, she happens to be an amazing painter, and she is brutally honest. You also released 2 kobold prisoners from the mayor's house, and they are absolutely loyal servants because you freed them. And you can see them down there. All they got on them are just their little packs and pickaxes, but they are literally willing to do anything you say.
Literally.
Can they speak common?
No. They just click and spit and they gnash their teeth. About a week's worth of time has passed so far. You've all regrouped at Nico's home tree. And
show us where it is, huh?
Yep.
We all knew.
Everyone knows where it is.
We acted surprised to see it the first time.
Yeah, everyone was very surprised. It was like, oh. Yeah.
Wow.
And along with you guys, you'll find Bran, your wife and son, Matilda and Steve.
Yep.
Little Steve. Steve was captured by some of the people and turned into a slave briefly. And because of that, he has acquired an unusual skin color, probably from some sort of beating or whatever. Maybe he's just not. He needs more nutrients or something. Who knows?
Oh wait, his skin changed colors?
Yeah, maybe because it was the stress. He's starting to bald a little bit.
He's a balding little 12-year-old.
Yeah, but he's exceptionally wise for his age and from the events that he's gone through. Yeah. And just let me know a little bit about what you guys have done over this last week while you're kind of healing up, kind of like recuperating from these horrific events that have happened to you. What's Darian done?
After the incident, I came back with them, obviously, because my wife Mira was in Noki's weird home tree. So, and we're trying to figure out what our next move is, because I don't think things are going to stay calm for long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now Nico, Noki.
Thinking about the experiences we had and really our general level.
Raising our new replacement families.
Yep. I have been doing meticulous recon on the settlements below that have been forming. It's been all the way up to the coast. Been turning into a fish in particular, swimming down the river.
Fish recon. Nico's been doing fish recon.
Wait, so like you are just a fish and you just pick your little fish head out of the water and like look at what's happening?
My favorite thing to do
down?
is to run to this bridge, jump off, go full spread eagle, and then turn into a fish and like hit the water as a fish.
Spread eagle.
Doesn't hurt your
Yeah.
face.
I don't think that's what they use spread eagle for, the phrase.
Yeah, it's when you're like this.
Wait, when a fish
I don't
takes
think
its
that's
fins.
what spread eagle means, but okay.
No, when a fish takes its fins, it goes spread eagle. Because it's like.
Haven't you ever seen a fish full spread eagle, man?
I thought about. I've done this a lot.
That's your
I spent 4
favorite
days
thing to
doing
do?
this. Like
Out of the whole world, that's your favorite thing to do?
right now,
You can change
currently.
into.
I mean, considering my family's dead.
Be a little more sensitive there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's been a little weird.
Noki,
since we
how
got back.
are you dealing with the kids? How are the kids?
The new kids.
How are the new kids?
They seem
gotta
like they're pretty
Pacific.
cool. They're pretty chill.
They seem okay. It's,
Yeah, surprisingly, they don't really seem that upset about what happened to their pops.
I mean, they don't know.
Oh,
They
know.
don't know what happened.
But you're right, just kidding.
In talking to them, you find that they are very eager to join you guys on their on your adventures, because they've led a very sheltered life, and they really want to get out there. They want to hit the streets.
Pops had
They
to
want to hit the streets.
Pops had to go on a business trip.
Yeah.
Pops.
Long business
Very
trip.
long business trip.
Yeah,
He's
very,
sailing
very-
across the sea right now.
Yeah.
Very
So
cute.
going back to Nico's fish recon, as he swims down the stream that leads from the top of the mountains down to the coast, he has found out that there is a small settlement along the way that has since been evacuated. It looks like they're withdrawing a little bit. Well, here's the thing. You're a fish. You're swimming downstream.
Here's the thing, you're a fish.
I want to see how far you went. So what do you think would determine that?
Fish acrobatics?
Fish wisdom.
That's how far
Give
they
me
go?
a fish wisdom check, because if you go too far, you might get
I
stabbed
rolled a
by.
16 plus
Ooh,
whatever.
you got pretty far. You got pretty far into that. So
Ooh.
his fish wisdom was allow him to get far enough downstream to even see the fact that they're kind of reforming how they operate. They're reforming their government. You don't recognize some of the same colors and everything from what you saw previously.
I would like to end the bloodshed if possible. I don't think they'll allow us to do that after what we did, after we left so many innocents and witnesses during Half-Tax Tuesdays. I wonder if that word has spread. If there-
Half-Tax Tuesday
What did my
did
little
not
fishy
get very
ears pick
far.
up?
It didn't go very far.
It didn't get very
went
far.
like
You
one,
told everyone that it was Half-Tax Tuesday, and then they all fled for their lives back to the town.
and then that was the end of the last Half-Tax Tuesday.
So, that being said, you are back at the home tree. What you are also finding is that other tribes, other people in the area are becoming interested in your cause.
Yeah, I during my scouts, I've noticed that there are watching parties that are inching closer.
What do we need most right now?
Kobolds.
Gold, stone, or trees?
What do we have
Or
most?
food? What do we need most of?
Wife for you.
Yeah.
We need a wife for you, so it's not so awkward when we go on dates.
Visit me.
Yeah.
By the way, are these two people actually standing here, or should they not be here?
Oh, they're standing there.
Yeah.
Oh,
They've just arrived and they're
they're
waiting
from the
for
other
you
end.
guys to sort your stuff out before introducing themselves.
oh.
Wait, is this a druid right here?
Just as Noki points over, it's like, is that a druid there?
Dang it.
The druid speaks up, and you notice there is a druid and some sort of protector she has by her side. The female druid speaks, and she says, "Greetings, villagers. My name is Linnell. I'm a druid from the hills, and I wish
Noki's ribs.
to aid you in your cause. Perhaps there might be a peaceful solution to this, and I'd like you to consider that before the entire section of land that we reside in is surrounded and enveloped by chaos."
I'm gonna do a perception check to size her up, kind of see, just get a good idea of who she is. You know
She's
how.
a good match for Noki.
I rolled a 1.
I'll roll a perception check. I rolled a 20. What do I know about this?
I just
druid?
look at her.
Like, you guys can tell she follows the same ways that you guys, the same way of life. She speaks from the same voice that you guys originated with, like
So she's chill.
village, tents, barbarians, like chill shit. And just as she begins finishing, you see two other people begin walking through the woods towards the home tree. One wearing long black robes, and another in black clothing walks through and finds you at the home tree. They stare at everybody. You can tell that one is a powerful warlock and the other one is a knight, maybe some sort of servant of his. And he sits there.
Perception check on them.
All right.
And this time it won't fail. 10 perception.
They look angry. They look real angry. Because they walk up to the group.
Do they look dangerous?
They look dangerous.
Okay.
And they say, "We seek the slayers that have taken down the peasants." And then basically they flash their robes, and you can see that they have like small pendants on them.
So they're into flair and stuff?
They're totally into flair. They look like...
They work at TGI Fridays?
Yeah, TGI Fridays.
Exactly.
That's what they look like.
TJI Fridays.
TJI.
TJ's Fridays?
They've got little pendants and symbols on them that kind of look like this. And the one in the cloak takes his pendant and he holds it up. And they say, "Do you know what this symbol means?"
I'm gonna do a history check to see if I know what's going down.
Oh, damn.
Natty 20.
Dude, you just remembered all of your high
That's
school.
our first history check.
All right. That symbol, these people, they are followers of the god Hextor. In this situation, you find yourselves having a lot in common with the followers of Hextor. Hextor embodies chaos, slaughter, battle. They relish in this. This is their jam.
So followers of Hextor.
It's like, "How did you know?" And with that, he takes his pendant, covers his cloak over it, and he says, "We would like to make a proposal. We ask for you to continue this battle for vengeance because we would like to join it with you. We hate so dearly these forces that have been encroaching on the land, and we want to be by your side when you take the last of them out. Will you let us join you? Or perhaps you would like to join us."
I'm not here to start a war. We were just out for vengeance, and we had to get Bran's wife back.
Little Sunday afternoon vengeance.
I don't think we're going to be safe until the settlers leave our land.
But the warlock looks directly at Darian. "We've passed through the fields. We've seen the bodies and the blood that you have left behind. No man that has done that is not asking for a war."
What we started, we know, will not end here.
And with that, one more visitor comes to join the circle.
No way.
Dude,
Is
it's
it?
freaking Grandpa and the Eagle.
Is it the grandpa?
He lands next to the carriage, this bird, and he starts picking at the ground, eating worms. You know who it is because you've met him before. And the bird finishes eating his worm. He looks to everyone, and without even a single word, you hear in your minds, "It's me, the village elder. You remember when I died? I took a bird form, right?
So long
You guys
ago.
remember?
My God.
I remember that.
I've come to you to tell you a message, to be wary of both of these decisions. With that, I must tell you even worse news. The soldiers in the town has heard of your deeds, and is coming to kill you. And they are sending many men. I do not know how many, but many of them are coming from the city right now. And I can only tell you that you must act at once."
How far? How much time do we have?
It looks like they are probably about 5 to 6 miles away. And if you could make it in time, you can meet them. Without aid,
We need to leave.
you will surely perish.
We need to leave right now, and we need to see which one of these dudes are going to come with us.
So we snap out of it and look up.
And the bird flaps its wings, and the druid looks to the bird and is like,
I go,
the druid's like, is that a spirit animal? And the Hextor people are just like, they totally ignore it.
My animal companions have spoken to me and just informed me that there's an army moving on our position right now. You guys wish to join up, or have us join you, demonstrate your value, we leave immediately.
Just as the Hextor person is about to open their mouth, the druid says, "No, wait, don't work with them. Work with us instead. We can help you." And the Hextor, the Hextor priest Just like immediately shuts her up. It's like, no, our way is the only way. We can do it. We can aid you with your cause. We can help you summon the creatures you need. And immediately after that, the druid comes back. And she's like, no, but the beasts of the wild can help us. You don't need to summon them. You just need to find them.
Then Noki walks over to the druidess and says, as you heard, an army march is on our position right now. If you wish us to listen to you, come demonstrate your value and your worth.
There's some familiarity. These are our neighbors.
These are our neighbors. You're going to trust these followers of slaughter and chaos. They want nothing but blood and destruction. And you're going to have them aid us? Is that who you want us to become?
You know, I didn't expect this from you. An army is marching towards your wife right now. And you're sitting here arguing with me about whether or not you want these guys to fight with us, to kill that army.
I'm not going to fight an army right now.
What are you going to do?
Look how many arrows I have. How am I supposed to fight an army? I'm not going to put my wife in danger for this.
There are other ways to fight an army than by killing all of them.
Think of what you're doing here. Think of what we're doing. We started this started pretty simply, and now it's getting out of hand. It's getting very out of hand.
It was getting out of hand the moment Manny Pox popped up. No, you know what really got out of hand, Darian?
What?
My freaking family got murdered.
I think Nico's still a little mad about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's only a week ago.
I don't expect you to get over that fast.
So,
I don't think we should trust these men. I recognize that symbol, and that symbol is
all right,
not
guys,
one.
The
that
druid,
you
the
want to
druid
be one of.
turns to you, is like, an army? What are you talking about? Are they coming here now?
So we've got word that the army is about 5 miles away right now coming. So take that as a truth. What would be your plan, each of the parties? What would you plan to do to thwart this, since it's obviously happening right now?
The priest of Hextor begins to speak up, and suddenly the druid interrupts him just before he even opens his mouth, and she says, like, at first I thought peace was the right direction, but survival is far more important. I will help direct you to large beasts of the wild that can aid you in your cause. Beasts that are far mightier than you are, and you will be able to call on their help to help defend yourselves and defend your home tree.
you know, that's my jam. What's the name again?
It is also my jam.
Wait, is she cute? Perception check. 6.
Yeah, she's extra hot, but you think it's probably because of a spell.
Yeah.
The priest of Hextor puts his staff down, and he says, nonsense! The power you will gain from allying with us is far greater than any animal in the woods. The power you will gain will be eternal, lasting far longer than the land itself. You'll help your society, your tree, your children, whoever these young children are.
Noki cuts him off, and he's like, listen, there's an army coming, we need specifics, hustle it up, man.
After a small initiation, we will help summon creatures. Creatures that no one has ever seen, creatures you have never seen.
You know what? I don't worship any gods but mine, and I'm really all about the wild beasts. And this is a druid lady. I don't know if she's single or not. Hopefully I can bring it up in conversation smoothly later on. So,
and we will not aid you if you work with them. And he points to the druids. You can choose to follow us and work with us, and we will aid you.
I think the decision's been made.
Or we will leave and resign you to your fate. A fate full of strife and struggle, and something much more difficult than anything you would ever face working with us.
Okay.
You guys are citizens of this land as well. I'm gonna try to persuade here with a 20. I'd beg you to reconsider and work with me, and we can work together in some way without us. You know, we can work together in this one.
He doesn't say this, but I'm asking this. What did you roll?
17, and then I added a +3.
I see. Perhaps we will have this discussion another time. For a moment, I considered waiting until you took over the city and took over this land. Waiting for a moment to attack you once you found complacency. But we respect your cause enough to the point where we will step away gracefully and let you continue on your cause. And with that, he whips his cloak and they leave. And just by that little one that he rolled, you've now avoided an entire onslaught of their attack.
Dang. Dang. Yes. Right, way to go, Bran.
What they want to do is they want to create a state of warfare. Hextor is all about chaos and warfare and slaughter. And if you guys were going to take it over and make peace or whatever, or do whatever you want, they're basically going to wait until everyone stops fighting, and then just make sure that ball turns and churns, because that's
More
their
fun.
religion and their strength and their power only relies on the fact that there's constant warfare.
And you wanted to side with them.
I didn't want to side with them.
Nice to
I was
have.
trying to trick them into killing themselves in this battle as part of our master plan.
This is like Yojimbo.
Well, if you guys wanted to trick them, you went. I don't think you committed far enough to getting them to. Anyways,
Yeah, we had to do a little
you
more.
guys were like,
hey, run
no.
out there.
And with that, she's like this. She casts a spell, and she's seeing. I can sense there are 2 beasts nearby, which will aid you on your task. However, claiming each one as an ally will be a task within itself. A cave, a rock being that lives there. He has been plagued by something, but I know that if you help him, he will join your cause. Also, another beast, a bear of some sort. I do not see its true form, lives in the woods. The only way you'll make allies with it, though, is by shedding your arms and armor and proving that one of your might is stronger than its own.
Well, I look over at Bran. Sounds like something we can do.
Yeah.
So,
Man, Bran, I'm glad you're on the team.
Yeah.
the one in the forest requires a show of dominance and force, and the other one requires
Hot metal.
your aid. Something to rid it of its curse.
I like reading curses.
Remember to hate both.
Let's hit both.
There's
Let's
time
hit the-
to do both.
All right, which way?
Take us to this cave.
Yeah, take us to this cave.
And she points her hand and she says, it's 1.5 miles that way. She points towards this general direction. But just as she does that, Chard and Alana, they pipe up and they're like, where are you going? We don't leave us here if you're not gonna leave. We wanna help. And the lizards are like, and they're like, they wave their axes. It looks like they're like ready to go help.
Should we bring them along?
Take
We
the
can
lizards.
bring the lizards. The lizards are chill. They
It's your call.
They're
Nick.
kinda cute,
Noki,
too.
it's your family, so
Noki-
you can take them whether you want.
Listen, Chard and
Everyone's-
Alana, it's gonna be a ton of sweet adventures, but you guys aren't high enough level yet. You gotta train. You gotta train your butts off. So here's what's gonna happen. Today, if you train really hard, you go on an adventure tomorrow, all right?
Dude, Noki's a good parent.
he's a good surprisingly
Isn't there a
good
big
parent.
fight?
Dude, my kids were in such great shape before they got murdered.
I might get something class.
If there's a big fight and you lose, then what happens to us? We want to
Well-
help you in the big fight.
Then maybe like Darian's like wife or Bran's family can like.
And Alana's
train you
like,
guys.
I want to shoot people with my bow. I've never done that before. Sounds like a good opportunity.
You might get your chance the next couple days, but you gotta train real hard today before I let you do that.
Don't worry, Mira will take care of you.
Maybe
if
it's
something
not-
happens
great
to us,
PB&Js, yeah.
yeah, if something happens to us, then she'll be there to take care of you.
And Steve, perhaps I'll just play with the other children while you guys fight. Good luck, Father.
Steve, do you know how big the army is?
Of course not, but you can never have too many allies in a great battle. After all, I'm exceptionally wise for a child. And he squints and he ponders and he does all his other absurd personality traits. And he says, all right, children, let's go look for pine cones.
Children?
Chard and
Delve.
Alana just go along with him. They're like, this kid's so dumb and boring. You're gonna put him next to the home tree. Just keep him there.
Up in there.
Uh-huh.
Your wife's gonna stay there. My wife's gonna stay here. We're gonna bring the little guys along. We're gonna name them. Tick and Tack.
That's all right. That's not bad.
Yeah, I like that too.
You good? You good with Tick and Tack? All right. Tick is the cute one, and Tack is the handsome one.
Okay.
All right.
Keep
Tick's
it
looks
straight.
like a lizard. Lens.
Keep it straight. Don't mess it up. Okay.
And the druid Linnell, she says, I will not join you, but what I will do instead is I will cast a powerful spell over the home tree and the surrounding area that should help ward anyone who comes this way.
Yeah,
Thank
Lord.
you.
Is that a deal? And with that, I will send my servant to aid you.
Okay, cool. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, and then she goes over there, she waves her wand around, and you see this like little magical chromatic aberration displacement map, kind of like dome form around it.
Throws out like one of those like shield grenades. It
Yeah,
Like
it's like Halo.
a hexagon.
Yeah, it's like Halo.
It's like Master Chief's like
Yeah.
shield bubble.
Exactly. And
I just casually mentioned when she can hear it that, you know, if it wasn't for Noki's heroics, there was no chance we would have prevailed before.
and she looks over at Noki and she's like,
Said like, thanks a lot for your help. It's really nice of you to do so.
I'm only doing it because of the land, which I vowed to protect.
That's pretty cool. I vowed to protect the land too. We should talk about it sometime, but not now because I have to go fight some bad guys. I'll see you later. Can't leave.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna head out. Let's do it.
And so, with that decision, your party marches out from the camp with a very strong determination to find allies to help you in what seems like a hopeless battle. He's running towards the door, and this guy goes around him. He's like, "Oh shit!" and goes off to the side and busts into his own this other room here.
Oh wow! What a
He
move.
spins through.
What a move.
And he draws an opportunity attack.
Yes,
from
he
you,
does.
From me? From both of you guys,
Both of you
technically.
guys.
That is a
Desperately running for
15.
his